Good morning. Well, that was a hell of a final. Emphatic stuff from Chelsea. The market got it right, 1.76. Betis lead. Indeed they did. As El Zuli led at half-time. That was a potential angle in if you fancied the comeback. And it was in the last 25 minutes where it all came together. So the only angle there, really, if you fancied staying on Chelsea's side during the match. Finals are very, very difficult to unpack, as you know. The clean sheets returned for Rosenborg after that Bodo Glimt reminder that they might not be winning the title this year. No real trading angle here. First half goal, second half goal. Another clean sheet. So that Bodo Glimt match, a big aberration for Rosenborg. And looking at Viking, top of the league. Red card change game. Let's have a look. 2-1 to Bodo Glimt. Not unexpected, given their excellent home form. They've scored 3+ goals in their last 3 home matches and not conceded. 10-0. Red card, that changed the match, didn't it? Bang. You get the 2-2 and off we go. So red cards change games. That could have been a key angle in. At least you're laying aside leading, which means that liability will be kept lower with the red card in play. Looking on to today, and the podcast has an interesting angle in the Copenhagen match. So I'll leave you to listen to that. Reims and Metz, 1-1 from the first leg. So all to play for today. It's the French one, Relegation. Are they both Ligue sides, or was one of them from Ligue 2? Well, we can have a look in the H2H. Ligue 1 plays Ligue 2, I think. Metz were in Ligue 2, I think. Looks about right. Playing Dunkirk, that was a playoff. This looks to be the final against Reims. Now, as ever, you've seen in these playoffs, the pattern for me tends to be favouring the team from the better league. They just seem to be able to do it over the 2 legs. So watch out for that for Reims. It is all to play for, 1-1 from that first leg. Elsewhere, Cremonese against Spezia. Telstar Willem's way. Again, it's just a smattering of matches, isn't it? A bit here and a bit there, making it tough from a live stream perspective to do anything. And well, when did we start? 4 o'clock. Brann and Molde, 1.83 favourites. It's very early in the video, so we can have a look at soccer stats. Brann and Molde. It's all changed, isn't it, in Norway at the moment. Viking at the top. Bodo Glimt losing to them. So quite clearly, you can see which side has been having the better season. Scoring and conceding is a bit too much of a habit for Brann. They've done so in all home matches, but without it costing them. Last 2 matches at home, they've conceded 2 goals, but not lost. So that's a potential angle in if Molde score. They did score 3 against Brann. But this is a really poor start to the season for Molde. Don't know why. They're losing to sides you wouldn't expect them to be losing to, and playing well against sides who are far more accomplished. Bodo Glimt, Rosenborg, for example. So it's a very strange Molde this season. You quite obviously, with the home side on seasonal form. 3rd against 12th. A whole load of wins coming against 10th and lower. Watch out for the both teams to score aspect with Brann without them necessarily losing. That would be a potential angle there. Looks like strong second half scoring, particularly the last 15 minutes or last half hour for Brann. So if they need goals, well, that's where they'll find them. The hour mark onwards. So we're yet to see anything from Molde this season resembling the Molde of previous seasons. So it's a tricky one. They will come alive at some point, you'd think, but Brann are in excellent form, only the single defeat. Lynn against Mjøndalen. Well, Mjøndalen gettable all day long, basically. That's the angle coming into that one. Wisła Płock, it's all about the draw, the playoff promotion in the first division. The problem with Polish One League, one, there's a slight lack of our knowledge base, and two, trustworthiness. Wisła against Legnica, and some liquidity problems as well. We've got a couple of odds on favourites. 5 o'clock start would be good for me to capture the Brann Molde match and to capture this Wisła Płock match. And Bromma and Djurgården. This is a Djurgården yet to come alive since their European exploits recently against Chelsea. Another inexplicable underperformance. Molde this season. Djurgården. Bodo Glimt losing. KUPS losing 2 consecutive matches. These are normal, reliable sorts, as they say in horse racing circles. So, don't know what's going on. Let's have a quick look while it's early in the video, and then we'll move on to the tennis. There's been an avalanche of those 2-0, 2-1 trades, haven't there? This looks really poor, doesn't it? 3 wins each. 2 or 3 wins for Bromma coming away from home, at home conceding 2 goals, and then 2 consecutive 1-0 defeats, 3 1-0 defeats in the last 4 matches, failing to score that second goal in 3 of the last 4, of course. Doesn't look very good, does it? Failing to score in 3 at home as well in defeat. Djurgården, 4-0 dropping by the Elf, beat Gothenburg and Oster and Sirius by a single goal. In trading, you don't have to trade every match, do you? That's one of the key tenets. You don't have to trade. Notably, doing most of their losing against the top 5 Djurgården, so that might be something. They might get some respite today. Failing to score against the top 13 at home, albeit only 3 matches and a big gap. Djurgården might fancy themselves today to do something. French Open. Hope you've been enjoying it. John H has certainly been enjoying it with that Cameron Norrie 2-0 collapse. Let's have a look at yesterday's matches. And Mazzetti, those of you who followed me since Monte Carlo know he's the big boy to be on. Really rock solid, broken into the top 10. Just hit a bit of form. Any surprises yesterday? Well, let's have a look at the first set winners. We've got Quentin Hallis fighting back in the second set and the third set and the fourth. The Frenchman. That's why I always star local players. Would you have taken on Kekmanovic opening set win? I'm not too sure. It's all dependent on whether you fancy the Frenchman in a 5-setter. Casper Ruud did lose the second set. So 3-0, 3-1 for a 1.08 shot. 1.03, Alcaraz lost the second set. Maybe you could lay the 3-0 in these matches. Still be short odds. Mapeshi Pericard, Frenchman in the French Open and favourite, losing the first set in a tiebreaker. Losing the second set. Wow. Did win the third. 2-0 to 2-1. So, in that regard, it's a profitable trade. 2-0 to 2-1. Ticked all the boxes, basically. Although he didn't go on and win. Frenchman in France, losing only by a tiebreaker. Odds on winning the third set. Good stuff. So that would have been a key one. 2 sets up. Fuchsovic against Taro Paul, 1.17 favourite. Gets himself out of jail in that third set. Boom. It's a really simple strategy, isn't it? But the really simple ones tend to be the ones that you can rely upon. Don't need any tennis knowledge at all, apart from the ability to count up to 5. Elsewhere, 1.62 Donovekic loses the first set, wins the second. Don't forget, in the ladies' game, it's even more important to win the second set. You don't have the luxury of the 5-setter in the men's. Daniela Collins loses the first set, wins the second. And at odds on. Here, Ostapenko loses the first set, wins the match. And she's normally very reliable. I like her. 102 Sabalenka, worth laying. Didn't get any change out of them. So the French Open still delivering just on that simple, solitary strategy. Today's podcast video is available for you. Podcast, not video, but chat is available for you. What it does, it goes even deeper into today's matches. Even deeper. So we're looking suspensions, injuries, and we're looking tactics as well. And for Copenhagen, there'll be a silent protest, for example, in the Landspokal Cup this evening. Is that going to just slightly impinge on the players whose fans are doing the silent protest? Just these little nuggets that the podcast has given. We'll be posting the podcast on Telegram for you, so I hope you enjoy it. I quite enjoy listening to it in the background. My analysis, along with a deep dive on the internet, and it comes up with some real good stuff. So I hope you're looking forward to it. I hope you can listen to it and benefit from it. As far as playing this evening, from my perspective, not a big enough volume of matches to get me hugely excited. But 5 o'clock looks a good starting point just for me to check. At least we've got 2 league matches we can check, the Eliteserien and the Allsvenskan. So I'll be on hand for you from 5 o'clock. So look forward to seeing or hearing the podcast a bit later on. I do so many videos. Seeing is my go-to verb. So I'll see you 5 o'clock. And tennis, keep an eye out on those 2-0s to 2-1s, please. We'll be doing an e-letter soon as well. What would be in the e-letter? Maybe we'll be looking at these 2-0 to 2-1s, cementing them down for you, just to keep that strategy in mind for the other 2 Grand Slams which are coming up this summer. Football-wise, but it's all focused now really on the summer leagues now, and Man United are in Malaysia at the moment. They're on their pre-season tours, losing to the Asian Ladyboy All-Stars 1-0, I think, Man United. I was there last time they were in Bangkok, but not on this occasion. I'd go for a laugh, yeah, but not to pay any money. Chuckling at Manchester United. Have a great day. I'll see members of footballtradingprofits.com probably maybe 4 o'clock for this final in the Landspokal. 14 wins and 15 for Copenhagen, I think, in the cup. They are really up for the cup. Silkeborg are the form side at the moment, scoring shed loads, so that's very well poised. Have a great day. Hope to see you later. And do enjoy the podcast.